What's going on, guys? Nerdlocker.com here. We got comic book reviews for you this week. I'm starting out reading Talon, number 4. We got him thrown down with this big, massive Talon from the last issue, the big guy that was hanging on the side of the building. We find out who he is, the famous the Gotham Butcher. And Calvin is kind of screwed, but he has to kind of, he has got to keep this guy busy while the rest of his team does the job that they came here to do. And this is a really action-packed comic book. I'm liking this a lot. I really thought this was going to be something I'd be interested in, or maybe just read it and that'd be the end of this. But no, Talon's turning out to be a cool book, and it's cool to see kind of the side of everything. He's a DC character, but he's not directly involved with everything going on in DC. It's a cool little just side book if you just enjoy reading comics. But I'm going to give this 4 to 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, I got to read Superior Spider-Man number 2, and I know that after the last review we got, it didn't get the best review, and it's still not going to get the best review. But I will say, I was actually just amused. It's Spider-Man's spirit just watching Doc Ock live his life, and basically in this issue he's just trying to steal his girlfriend, and just the dialogue is just so cheesy. I couldn't help but enjoy it a little bit. So I'm actually going to give this book 3 Nerd Skulls.
So this week I got to read Aquaman number 16. I've been a big fan of this storyline, Throne of Atlantis, and this does not disappoint. Our heroes, basically the Justice League, have been banished to the trenches. This is so cool because really Aquaman is the only one that can breathe down there. Batman is stuck in a cocoon. We don't know where Superman and Wonder Woman are yet. Cyborg has to make a very tough decision, and he goes through with a lung transplant so he can go down there and not breathe. He also calls in the B team, which we saw at the end of the Justice League. So we've got Firestorm, Hawkman, Black Lightning, Black Canary. All these characters that really are the B team are fighting Orm and his army of Atlantis. It's really, really cool. We have the creatures from the trench show back up, and they attack the Justice League, but then they disappear. And all of a sudden it's like, wait, where'd they go? Who's controlling them? Who is setting off this war? What's going on? Very cool twist. I really enjoy this book. I love how they're just taking it to the next level. Jeff Johns, way to go, man. You're making us all care about Aquaman on that next level. Highly recommend. 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey there guys, Skippy here. I got to review Adventure Time number 12. Really awesome book. I've enjoyed this entire series so far. This goes back a little bit to the first issue and kind of gives you a little insight as to where Lumpy Space Princess was, and it's actually kind of funny. She is LSP and demands to be thrown in, and it's really funny what she goes through, and she has like a good little like monologue to herself, good couple panels. It's like a cool little scene. What's really cool is the backup story that actually teaches you how to make a comic book. So if you are into that and you have a kid that's totally into that, this is probably the perfect issue to get them. And plus it has a lot of really, really awesome covers, so choose your pick. They're really, really good. I highly recommend this book. It's a perfect kids book. I'm going to give it 3.5 Nerd Skulls.
So as you all know, I'm a huge Invincible fan, and Invincible 100 comes out this week, the final issue of the Death of Everyone arc. Only 3 issues, but a lot happens in this arc, including a death of a lot of people, including Invincible in this issue. And I mean it. Mark Grayson, not the other Invincible, Mark Grayson gets his skull crushed and his body ripped in half. How they will continue with the story, you'll have to find out for yourself. The last page definitely leaves you wanting more. And this issue, I think Robert Kirkman kind of learned a lesson with the death of Adam Eve. They killed her off and then made you wait an entire month to learn that it was all a sham. In this issue, I'm not going to say that anything is a sham, but they definitely clarify things right away so that you're not waiting around wondering what's going on, waiting for 101, you know. I'm looking forward to a whole bunch more Invincible, 100 issues for sure. This arc was really, really good. Definitely the high point of the last 20 or so issues of Invincible. It's been going downhill, but this last arc was so amazing. So I think everyone should be checking out Invincible, especially The Death of Everyone. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
I got to read X-Treme X-Men number 9, and I don't even really know. Professor X is a floating head. Like, what am I supposed to say about this book? They're also trying to defeat evil Professor X's, and it just felt like a very silly book, and I couldn't take it that seriously. So I'm giving it 1.5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey nerds, Brandon here, and I got to read Batman Incorporated number 7. Things are not looking very good for Batman Inc. right now. After last issue, we got Knight who has been killed. Batman has basically just been defeated and carried off by one of Talia's Man-Bat Ninja guys, which is still a really cool idea. But everybody's kind of just lost. They look like they've lost the war. They don't know what else to do, except for Damian. Damian knows what's up because he knows how tricky his mom is, and he knows exactly what's going on, and he's going to save the day. And I feel like this story right here is the whole reason Grant Morrison, introduced Damian Wayne and made him the Robin that he is, and kind of just brought him to light. I feel like this is going to be the Damian Wayne story. I'm loving where this is going. I really love that he's stepping up, and we're getting to see what kind of role Damian's going to play in the Bat family. I'm giving this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Check it out.
All right, guys, I also got to review Ozymandias number 5. This is part of the Before Watchmen series. There's one more issue to go in this book, and I haven't really liked this one as much as all the other ones. I mean, the Minutemen and the Darwin Cook related issues are like probably my favorite thing so far. But this issue actually kind of like makes a little more sense for everything. It kind of ties it all together. You see where Ozymandias kind of gets the spark, the inspiration for what he ends up doing in Watchmen. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it, which is really weird if you haven't, but whatever. Anyways, it's a good issue. Artwork is actually really awesome. It's Jay Lee, so it's going to be awesome anyways. But I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Check this out. One more issue to go. An Ozymandias story before Watchmen is over.
Hey guys, I got to read Avengers number 4, and if you remember from my review of issue 1, I was kind of on the fence, and now I'm definitely have hopped over, and I really am enjoying the story now. The sci-fi is really great. I love seeing superheroes go to strange planets and get themselves into trouble, and that definitely happens in this, and it's really fun. I'm going to give this book 4.5 Nerd Skulls.
I get a chance to read Mars Attacks, Zombies versus Robots, and right there, it tells you everything that is in this comic book. Aliens, zombies, and robots. Honestly, I love these Mars Attacks, books with the other franchises and other titles, and this one is just fun. I mean, I've never read Robots versus Zombies, but this is fun. This is a fun book. It's got all three. They're all fighting, and it's exactly what the title says. I pick it up. It's a lot of fun. 3.5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
All right, guys, I also got to read Hawkeye number 7 this week. One of my favorite books, my favorite character. Obviously, if you haven't watched this before, I'm letting you know. I love the guy. Anyways, this particular issue is actually a Hurricane Sandy benefit issue. It's a relief issue and kind of got thrown together really, really quickly. They explained a little bit about it in the book, like in the back pages where all the letters are at. But it came together really quickly, and most of the proceeds are actually going to the Red Cross to help with the relief efforts. So just for that alone, you should buy this book. And then on top of that, it's actually a really awesome story. It shows Hawkeye dealing with the storm in Brooklyn and New York, and then Kate Bishop actually dealing with the storm in New Jersey. And they kind of have a little rant, a little back and forth about what's better, Brooklyn or New Jersey. And it's kind of funny. There's a lot of cool comedic relief in it, but it is very serious. And it is kind of it's a pretty good representation of what people went through and what happened. So definitely check this issue out. I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls because it's just awesome, great benefit, and just an effort to really care and show that Marvel actually has a heart. So check this out, guys. 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, I got to read Emily and the Strangers number 1, and this is a different way to see Emily because it's actually in color, and the art was actually really awesome. And the story is very much just the same as we normally get from an Emily story. It's about her trying to make this song to win a guitar, and it's just really fun, just like a normal Emily book. So I'm gonna give this book 5 Nerd Skulls. Check it out.